It's a tale as old as time. You're sitting by the enchantment table and you see the most epic enchantment pop up, but you don't have enough experience points for it. I've had this occur in fresh survival worlds all the time, but what can you do? You haven't established any decent XP farms yet, and there's nothing around that seems to be of any use. Well, I made this video to solve that exact problem. You see, there are many things you can do in Minecraft to gain experience. Some are better than others. In this video, I'll be showing you several ways to get plenty of experience points for enchanting. Before we begin, there are some things I should explain. This video will involve a lot of math. Our goal here today is to find the quickest ways to get to level 30. In order to do this, we need to obtain approximately 1,395 experience points. We will be discussing the following methods based on 1. How quickly you can gain experience, and 2. How accessible they are early game. Disclaimer: the calculations in this video are very rough estimates and are not intended to be precise, so don't go attacking me in the comments if I get something wrong. But they're instead intended to give you an idea of what you should be doing to gain more XP. Killing basic monsters. Your standard nighttime monsters are one way to gain experience. By killing a monster such as a creeper, skeleton, zombie, spider, or that sort of thing, you get 5 experience points. This means that it would take around 280 kills to reach level 30. Definitely not the quickest way to gain XP, but certainly sufficient for most early game needs. I do not bother calculating an estimated time for this method as it really depends on a player's personal hunting method. Farming basic monsters. Instead of killing the monsters roaming around at night, you can make some basic farms to kill them systematically. For example, using a mob spawner can produce around 5 mobs per minute. That means 30 XP per minute. At a rate of around 30 XP per minute, you get to level 30, or 1,395 XP points, in around 45 minutes. If you don't have access to a dungeon spawner, you can make a farm design that uses dark platforms to spawn mobs instead. A 1-tier Darkroom spawner that I made a while back produces at minimum 20 basic monsters, or 100 XP per minute. This means that you can easily reach level 13 in around 15 minutes. This farm is also quite easy to build in survival early game. I'll have a tutorial on how exactly to build it for collecting XP probably within 1 to 2 weeks. Quartz ore gives quite a lot of experience compared to most ores and is very plentiful in the nether. Mining a single quartz ore gives you around 4 XP points on average. This means you would have to mine around 350 to 400 quartz ore to reach level 30. Quartz generally spawns in large groups with up to 14 ores in each group. Let's say each group of ore is around 10 quartz total. This means you would have to find and mine at most 400 veins of quartz to reach level 30. I do not have an estimated time for this method as it really depends on the player's personal mining method. I am actually surprised by these findings as mining quartz tends to be a more popular method of gaining XP early game. It would seem that, especially with 1.16 changing terrain generation in the nether, making it a lot more dangerous, that this would not be the most effective way to gain enough XP for enchanting. Besides, the nether can be very dangerous to wander around in. Why would you just do that? The method is just a bit too grindy for my tastes. Smelting. You can also gain little bits of experience from smelting items and furnaces. The most common item to smelt for XP is our prickly friend, the cactus. You can get 1 XP point from smelting a single cactus, meaning that it would take around 1,395 cactuses to reach level 30. This may seem pointless at first, but with the proper automatic redstone contraption, you can start smelting lots of cactus at a time. For the sake of the experiment, I took 10 furnaces and counted how many cactuses they could cook in 1 minute. Within 60 seconds, my trusty team of furnaces was able to cook 60 cactuses. That means a total of 60 XP per minute, reaching 1,395 experience in 23 minutes. Not bad. Considering the fact that making the whole system completely automated is possible, smelting cactuses could be a very effective means of gaining a large amount of experience over time. From my knowledge, this method is AFKable, meaning that you can just let the furnaces do the work and then occasionally hop on and then collect all the items. However, it requires quite a few automated farming systems, so it may not be the best option early game. Advanced farming. There are different levels of monsters in Minecraft. We've already discussed the basic mobs that spawn very commonly in the dark, but there are much rarer mobs that can drop much more experience. For example, Guardians can be farmed in huge numbers for experience, as they drop twice as much experience as normal monsters. However, Guardian farms require massive amounts of materials and hours of building, making them only really practical late game. There is no real point in calculating exactly how quickly you gain experience from a farm like this, just know that it is a lot. Enderman farms are much easier to make, but you need to kill the Ender Dragon before setting out to make one in the end. I've used Enderman farms in the past, and they generally get me to level 30 in about 5 to 10 minutes of swiping with a sweeping edge sword. There are plenty of advanced mob farms you can make, these are just 2 examples. Conclusion. Wow, that was a lot of math, wasn't it? I'm actually very surprised by these results. Obviously, the late games farms win by thousands of mobs per hour, but we're not focusing on those right now. Taking into account accessibility and ease of use, alongside the actual efficiency and time of different methods, we have a clear winner for early game experience farming. The Darkroom spawner wins by far. There's no other method that even comes close to it in terms of experience farming with how cheap and easy it is to make. For goodness sake, all you need is a few stacks of cobblestone and a water bucket, 0 redstone, and stupidly easy to make. I ran the math, and you only really need around 1,000 blocks to make it, which may sound like a lot, but it's really only about half a chest full of netherrack, or whatever you decide to collect. There are some other factors that can change how well the farm works, but if you do your best to prevent annoying spawning locations outside of your farm, you can get results similar to mine. Holy crap, that was one heck of a video. It's supposed to be summer vacation, and here I am doing actual math. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, be sure to leave a like on this video, comment, and even subscribe for more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.